He plagiarized my entire semester's work, got caught, and now wants me to pay for it. Absolutely not. I have zero intention of paying this so-called debt. Back in college, during finals week, my roommate Dylan thought he could completely screw me over. He begged to borrow my laptop because allegedly his had crashed the night before his final presentation. This presentation was worth 40% of his grade, and he insisted he'd fail without my help. Being the decent human being I am, I let him use mine, on one condition. I needed it back by Saturday morning because I had my own final project due Monday. Dylan promised he'd return it Friday night after submitting. Of course, Friday came and went. No Dylan, no laptop. I texted him around 11 p.m. asking where he was, and he replied saying he was still working and would bring it back in the morning. I reminded him I needed it first thing on Saturday to finish my own project. He said, yeah, and told me not to stress. Saturday morning, I go to his room and knock. His girlfriend answers and says he already left to visit his parents, 3 hours away, with my laptop for the entire weekend. I immediately called him, freaking out, and he had the audacity to act like it was no big deal. I explained again how important this project was for me and how I couldn't even start it without my laptop. You know what he said? Figure something out, then hung up. That's when I remembered something he clearly didn't know. After my laptop had been stolen from the library last semester, I'd installed tracking software with remote access. So I logged in and saw that, sure enough, the laptop was pinging from his parents' house. But more importantly, I could see everything he was doing on it. I figured maybe I'd catch him watching YouTube or whatever. Instead, I find that Dylan hadn't just borrowed my laptop for his presentation. He'd accessed my entire research folder for our shared class. Economics 302. Same professor, same class section. He copied my research, my outline, even my notes. He literally stole my entire semester's work and turned it in as his own. I took screenshots of everything. File access times, download logs, his browsing history, the whole thing. Sunday night, he came back like nothing had happened, acting totally normal. He handed me my laptop and said, "Thanks again, man. The presentation went great. Probably the best I've ever done." I smiled and said, "Glad to hear it." Monday morning, I walked into our economics professor's office with receipts. The tracking software had logged every step he took, when he opened the files, when he copied them, and when he submitted the final. It was my exact research paper. Only difference was his name on top instead of mine. The professor was furious. Dylan got a 0 on his final. Worse, he was reported to the Academic Integrity Board. Since that one presentation was 40% of his grade, he failed the entire class. But oh, it gets better. To graduate on time, Dylan had to retake the course over the summer. At our school, one summer course cost $3,200, and his parents made him pay for it out of pocket since he got caught cheating. About 2 weeks later, he cornered me in the dining hall, red in the face, demanding I pay him back the $3,200. He genuinely believed this was my fault. Said if I hadn't had tracking software on my laptop, none of this would have happened. I kid you not, the man said I entrapped him. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "I have zero intention of paying this debt." He tried arguing that I owed him because I set him up. I pointed out that the software was there because my laptop had been stolen before, not because I anticipated one of my own friends would steal from me. That's when he completely lost it. Started yelling about how I ruined his life. People in the dining hall started staring. I just shrugged and said, "Maybe you should have thought about that before stealing my work." He tried to get our mutual friends to take his side and pressure me. When they heard the full story, every single one of them backed me. A couple even admitted Dylan had tried to copy their work before too. Eventually, his parents found out why he failed and cut him off. No more spending money. He had to get a work-study job just to afford food and gas. He ended up graduating a semester late and with a permanent academic integrity violation on his transcript. To top it all off, a friend told me Dylan lost out on his dream internship because the company ran a background check and saw the violation. Cry harder, Dylan.